It's a Wednesday, and today is a continuation of our space law lesson. And today we will focus on space law institutions, and maybe we can tackle a part of the five treaties that govern space law. Now, the first institution was founded in 1950, and it is the International Astronautical Federation, or the IAF. And it was like a forum for discussion on questions of exploration of the space, the use of the space, and also in a way it's a forum to disseminate information. And in the 1950s also, there's a congress of the International Congress on Astronautics, and it was 4 days after the launching of Sputnik 1. And if you recall, in the first lesson, we tackled about what triggered the creation of an international space policy, the launching of Sputnik 1, a satellite launched by the USSR. Now, during that Congress, it tried to establish a special committee to define the respective areas of air and space law. Actually, it's always a gray area in the legal education, or even in the legal practice. Most especially, where does air or atmosphere end, and where does the space begin? Because the application of laws varies from one place to another, the atmosphere and the space. I'm referring to these two crucial places. Now, there was also a colloquium in the Netherlands that tried to resolve the questions on space law, and the problems of space law should be there's a need. It was found out actually that there's a need to study the problems of space law that could be included in an international convention. So actually, this is the prelude of having an international treaty on space. Now, there's also this colloquium in London, and there was a renaming of the legal committee of the IAF to International Institute of Space Law, and it has its constitution and its own bylaws. And then I have to include this, that in 1992 there is this space law mooting competition, or moot court competition. I'm very interested of moot court because I participated back in the Jesup. I think that was 2013, when I was in my senior year in law school. Now, going back in the 1960s, the IAF established the International Academy of Astronautics. And the individuals here are very select individuals who are very interested in the study of space and the space activities. Now, there is this permanent committee formed or created by the General Assembly of the United Nations in 1959, and it governs the exploration and use of space for the benefit of all humanity, for purposes of security, peace, and development. And this is labeled or named as the Committee on the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space. And what is its task? Is to review international cooperation in peaceful uses of outer space, because the policy now is that the space is a common heritage for mankind. So no one can own it, no one can expropriate it. So these could lead to legal problems, especially as between the developed states and the developing states. Then this committee is also instrumental to the creation of the five treaties and five principles of outer space. Now, we will run through, or I will give you, this is actually this screenshot is, I got this from the website of the UN, and it shows if you look at, there are sessions there are meeting schedules, and even it provides the documents. So you can check on the link if you are interested. So you can also find out the member states of the Committee on the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space. Now, these are the 5 UN treaties on outer space. We will look into in details in the next lesson because we're running out of time and I have a hearing to attend to this morning. Actually, my hearings this week is every day, even in the morning and also in the afternoon. Okay, so much of that. Okay, these are the 5 treaties, and we will look into these 5 treaties in the next lesson and also the principles. Now, the Outer Space Treaty is the oldest one, and it has if you look at that, there's 110 signatories. Outer Space Treaty, you will find out later what are the salient provisions of the Outer Space Treaty. The Rescue Agreement actually is more of in case there's an accident, what would be the functions of states. The Liability Convention is more of what would be the liability of the launching states or even individuals or private entities. And you cannot help but think of Elon Musk on this space activities done by private corporations or individuals. The Registration Convention, it mandates that all space launches must be registered, and there's a registry, official registry in the UN for that. And you will find out the specifics in the next lesson. And also, the Moon Agreement, and the Moon, as we know, is the only satellite and the nearest heavenly body to the Earth. So, in the next lesson, we will find this out, the specifics. So, thank you for listening today, and I hope you will go back to the previous video on space law so that you will have better comprehension. So thank you, and again, we thank those who subscribe to our YouTube channel and constantly followed our Facebook page. And again, I have to emphasize this, our website is a work in progress. Have a nice week ahead. Thank you.